Hello there. Welcome to our step-by-step guide on how to place an order. We're happy to walk you through the process and make it as easy as possible. Once you've landed on our order page, by clicking the Order Now button, you'll see a few different packages to choose from. Let's take a look. First, you will see a list of our Classic Incorporation packages, including the Custom Configuration, Basic, and Premium options. Each package is designed to meet different needs. The Custom Configuration package is ideal for those who want a tailored approach, while the Basic and Premium options offer more comprehensive services. Scrolling down, you will see our Turnkey Incorporation packages, which are more all-inclusive. The Turnkey Lite package is a great option, providing essential services like a business address and bank account introduction. The Turnkey Elite package is our most comprehensive offering, with additional services like corporate directorship and account signatory service. For this guide, let's select the Custom Configuration package. Now that you've chosen your package, it's time to name your company. Here, you'll see a section where you can enter a new name or select from a list of approved names. We recommend providing at least 3 name options in case your first choice is already taken. You'll also need to select a legal suffix for your company. This is a mandatory part of the name and signifies its legal status. You can choose from options like Limited, Corporation, Incorporated, or their abbreviations like LTD, CORP, or INC. For our example, let's type in a name and select the Limited suffix. Once you have filled in all the required information, you can move on to the next step. On this page, you'll be able to specify the details of your company's ownership and capital. As you can see from the screen, the options are clearly laid out. First, under the Shareholder section, you have a few important choices. You can either select the option for our Professional Corporate Shareholder service if you want our licensed firm to be listed as the shareholder on your behalf. Or if you prefer to be listed directly, simply choose to issue the shares directly and specify the number of shareholders. You can also see the option to establish a Seychelles International Trust for asset protection purposes. Please notice the checkbox right below. This is for filing the shareholder data with the BVI registry. As you can see, this is a mandatory requirement, and a filing fee is associated with it. Next, you will see the Capital section. This is where you decide on your company's share structure. The Standard option, which is already pre-selected, is the most common choice. It involves 50,000 shares of no par value and keeps your government fees at the minimum. However, if you prefer a different structure, you can choose one of the custom options below and specify the number of shares and their value. To help you understand the difference, you can click on the What are par value / no par value shares link, and a detailed explanation will appear just as you can see at the bottom of the screen. In the right-hand column, you will see a summary of your order so far, including the company formation, government fee, and registered agent costs. This gives you a clear overview of the total cost as you build your package. Once you've made all your selections, click Next to move on. We're now at step 4, where you'll decide on the directorship for your new company. As you can see on the screen, you have a few options, each with a different purpose. First, you can choose to have us arrange a directorship service. This is a great way to ensure your company is seen as being managed and controlled from within the BVI, which can be particularly beneficial if you reside in a high-tax country. You can select either a corporate directorship service or a service by a BVI-based, regulated private individual. The corporate option is more common and often more cost-effective, with the benefit of continuous service. The individual directorship may feel more personal, but is more expensive. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can choose not to have directorship service and instead appoint your own director or directors. You can simply indicate the number of directors you will provide. Regardless of which option you choose, please note the next important step. It is a mandatory requirement to file the director's data with the BVI Registry of Companies. As of January 1st, 2023, the names of current directors are now publicly available through the BVI online registry. Once you've made your selection and understood the filing requirements, you can click Next to continue. This section is all about what else you need to get your company up and running. First, under the Bank Account section, you have 3 options. You can apply for a bank account directly in the BVI, or outside the BVI. We can also assist you with an account with an electronic money institution, or EMI. This is a great choice if you need a digital-first solution. Our professional fee covers the preparation of your application and communication with the bank or EMI on your behalf. We will guide you through the process, though final approval depends on their specific requirements. If you chose our directorship service in the previous step, you will also see an option for an account signatory service. Account signatory service is mandatory in cases when we act as director for your company. It also reinforces the idea that your company is managed from the BVI, which can be very valuable for companies operating from a high-tax country. Scrolling down, you'll see a section for services. Here, you can add a business address and document management service. This service allows you to receive mail and documents, which can be forwarded to any location you choose. You can also add a call handling service to further enhance your company's local substance. These services are useful for active trading or services business. Finally, under Documents, you'll see a list of documents that you may need. The apostilled set of copies of primary documents is highly recommended, especially if you plan to do business in any country that is a member of the 1961 Hague Convention. Other important documents include the Certificate of Good Standing, which confirms your company is in legal existence and has paid all its fees, and the Certificate of Incumbency, which identifies the company's directors and shareholders. These are often required by banks and other institutions. You can also choose your delivery options here. You can have the documents delivered to you by courier, or you can have us hold them in safe custody. Once you have reviewed and selected all the services and documents you need, you will click Next to finalize your order. Finally, on this last page, you will provide the necessary personal details to complete your order. First, you'll need to indicate whether you are ordering the company for yourself as the beneficial owner or for a client. If you are a professional ordering on behalf of a client, you will simply be the primary contact. You will also see a section that may apply to you called Complex Structure Compliance Fees, which applies to companies involving multiple owners. Controllers in complex control structures, such as those with corporate shareholders or directors. Next, you'll fill out your personal contact information. This is standard information like your full name, email address, phone number, and physical address. Please make sure all the details are accurate. As you fill out this form and make your selections, you can always see the total amount of your order on the right-hand side of the screen. This allows you to keep track of your costs and ensures there are no surprises at the end. Once you have filled out all the required information, you will click on the final button to submit your order. And that's it. You've successfully completed the ordering process. After you submit your order, one of our team members will review all the information and get back to you shortly.